Hey, good to see you. So today's video, I am going to be using the oldest art supplies I own that I'm willing to use in my current setup. My current setup being my studio, uh, it's in a closet and it is cute and it is snuggly and it is so wonderful and distraction free. That being said, it has absolutely no ventilation and I am not doing oil paints without good oil ventilation. The the fumes from the solvents is it's just not healthy to like sit in a closed space with. All right, so by this point in the narration, my little art charcoal kit should have gone up on the screen. I've had it since high school. The different objects in it have changed over time. That being said, I think currently I have a little rag to smudge the charcoal around with, a sheet of sandpaper at different points. It was a sanding block, it was one of those sharpening things that you get with draftsman kits, and at another time an emery board. And then I have compressed charcoal, vine charcoal, and then those charcoal sticks that are wrapped up in paper and they have the pencil vine vibe. Love them so much. Oh, I also have a kneaded eraser that I keep in this kit, and then I have what I would refer to as my sacrificial eraser, and then you can see the razor blade that I trim to cut my the regular eraser to get it in shapes for specific needs. I did a lot of charcoal drawing as a young woman in high school and in college, and it is not my favorite media. That being said, I did find a technique that I do enjoy about it, and it is called, when I was taught this in high school, they taught me that it is called chiaroscuro, and I was told that it means out of darkness. The internet didn't agree, but it was the AI, so Lord only knows. It said that this technique was sort of defined by very bright highlights and deep darks. And it said that it was really popular in the Renaissance. And I think that some of Caravaggio's work is probably a good example of it in oil painting format. I'm just doing it in charcoal. And when I used to do this as a young woman, I used to do like sheets as big as like my paper, so 24 by 32. I can remember another 16 by 21 that I sort of shrank down so that it would fit into a frame. Did a lot of portraiture. I remember doing some lighthouses. I do not remember having to use a lot of paper to create crisp edges. I'm thinking that it was subject matter with the scale of the format. This little 8x10 is, I'm not gonna lie, it's a bit fiddly. And so I went a lot with this masking off technique, which I thought made for beautiful crisp lines. And another thing that I learned something this go round. Instead of like using my finger or a blending stub, which I stole to, I think I gave it away. I found that paintbrushes do really well, and so I took the paintbrush that I liked using the most with this and I put it into my charcoal kit so that it will be there for next time, and I really enjoyed doing that. So there is a lot of stencil work going on, and I think that it probably annihilates your viewing pleasure of it, but I hope you bear with me because I think that it made a really cool piece in the end. So I guess the only real thing that I want to talk about in the end is charcoal, and it's so messy. I totally had to like go and sweep off my desk and wipe it down after I did this. And the other thing that I had to do was I had to fix the artwork. You can get products like clear Krylon, which are clears. As a student, I used a lot of workable fixative. Use a respirator, do it outside, don't breathe a lot of it. It damages your chromosomes. Not all art is good for you. Or if you are cheap and you don't care if it smells funny, a alternative is hairspray. When I was taught, my teacher was like, go out and use the Aquanet like the drag queens use. I could not find Aquanet, but I did find an aerosol bottle of hairspray at my Dollar General, and I gave it 2 or 3 coats. And that's all